up on Star City News live at 5, a Lincoln man is accused of killing his wife.
And confessed murderer Nico Jenkins is back in the news. Find out why.
And Game Boy is 25 today. Is anyone still playing?
All that plus sports, entertainment, and more coming up next on Star City News right now.
From the campus of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and the studios of Anderson Hall, this is Star City News Now.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Lanny Holstein.
And I'm Lindsey Berning. Our top story is the latest on the Southeast Lincoln murder. Police found 41-year-old Bettina Berkland's body in her home Monday morning, and they have her husband Kent Berkland in jail today on suspicion of second-degree murder.
Let's go now to Star City's Amanda Saltero, live at the scene of the crime with more.
Lanny and Lindsey, this is where Lincoln's third homicide of the year occurred. Police were called to this home for a welfare check after a woman didn't show up for work. Authorities do have a man in custody.
41-year-old Bettina Berkland was found dead in the hallway of her home near 84th and Pioneer at around noon Monday. The woman's husband, Kent Berkland, was nowhere to be found. Deputies then located him at Conestoga Lake in Denton around 2:30 p.m.
They went up, made contact with him, and asked him to accompany them. And he complied with all of their requests and came down to the police department with them. He was subsequently arrested for second-degree murder in the use of a weapon to commit a felony.
Chief Jim Pichong also said this morning that they did find a weapon at the scene.
There was a knife laying alongside her body, but we'll see what the autopsy ultimately winds up saying.
I tried to talk to neighbors today and they didn't want to appear on camera, but one man said he was shocked that this happened in his neighborhood.
Authorities say they don't know of any prior violence between the two. Bettina's autopsy was scheduled for this afternoon. Star City has called several times for any updates, but has yet to hear. Lanny and Lindsey, back to you guys.
Thanks, Amanda. The 16-year-old accused of assisting in the fatal assault of the Western Nebraska jail guard will be tried as an adult. The district judge rejected a motion to move Guy Eagle Elk's case to juvenile court. Eagle Elk is accused of helping in the attack that killed Scottsbluff County Corrections Officer Amanda Baker on February 14th. He has pleaded not guilty. And back in Lincoln, police arrested 2 people for producing drugs. Justin Hughes and Shane Marie Collins were charged with manufacturing methamphetamine and possession of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school. Monday, Lincoln Fire and Rescue crews responded to a report of a possible apartment fire near 18th and K Streets, and they found a chemical lab. And a man saved a woman from a house fire. Monday, Curtis Embry rescued a homeowner near the Knowles Country Club whose house was engulfed in flames and smoke.
Concrete worker Curtis Embry was driving, but by the time
The woman was looking for her dogs that were trapped on the second floor. When Lincoln Fire and Rescue crews arrived, they had spread quickly and they could not get inside the house. Officials said the home was a total loss and they were unable to save the pets. Attorney General John Berning has the police behind him today. He's running for governor in November and picked up the endorsement from the Nebraska Fraternal Order of the Police yesterday. The order announced that the endorsement saying he's a strong supporter of law enforcement throughout his career, and Berning also now has the support of 119 county sheriffs and police chiefs. And how about Nebraska as the source of political controversy? We don't normally make much of a ruckus in Washington, but today a group of Nebraskans is leading a political rally there against the Keystone XL pipeline. It's called Reject and Protect and is aimed at shutting down TransCanada's pending pipeline permit. And now coming up next on Star City News, reporter Kelly Keogh takes a look at the Nico Jenkins trial and will give us an update on what will happen next.
And find out what world ranking Canada beat out the U.S. All that and more after the break.
Coming up after the break, I'll be live in studio breaking down the Nico Jenkins trial and giving you today's new developments. Stay tuned here on Star City News.
The University of Nebraska is one of the nation's leading teaching institutions and a research leader with many grant-funded projects aimed at broadening knowledge in the sciences and humanities. Not only are they a leading teaching institution, but they are one of the best known universities that have full range of sports and extracurricular activities. Lincoln is also one of the fastest growing metro areas in the Midwest, with diverse employment opportunities and a low cost of living. So what are you waiting for? Schedule your visit now at www.unl.edu.
When you donate blood, you're a lifesaver. As medical care advances, more of today's treatments rely on the availability of blood. For medical emergencies, ongoing treatments, and surgeries alike, blood is the staple on which a patient's life depends. It is estimated that every year more than 4 million people have a second chance at life because of blood transfusions made possible by volunteer blood donors like you. With 3 Lincoln locations, donating is easier than ever at the Nebraska Community Blood Bank. Be the type that gives.
The thermometer is reading 68 degrees out right now, and with plenty of sunshine, it looks like we will make it above normal today. Add some possible severe weather for tomorrow into the mix, and it looks like spring is finally here. But will the storm system leave behind some cooler temperatures for the weekend? I'm meteorologist Matt Garrity, and coming up live on Star City News, Chief Meteorologist Amber Michael will tell us what to expect over the next 7 days.
Welcome back to Star City News. I'm Lindsey Berning.
And I'm Lanny Holstein. Be sure to find us on all of your social media websites. Just look us up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and check out our previous newscasts on YouTube.
The Nico Jenkins story has captured national attention over the past few months. We now go to Star City News reporter Kelly Keogh to break down the saga.
That's right, Lindsay. It's been quite the story. Starting back in July of 2013, Jenkins is making headlines all across the country. I went back to take a closer look at the major events leading up to today's news.
Today opened the newest chapter of the ongoing Nico Jenkins trial, as the 26-year-old felon enlisted the help of a lawyer to avoid the death penalty. This is just the latest in the 10-month saga that began back in July, when Jenkins was released from prison on early release. In August, police found 4 bodies they believed involved Nico Jenkins. The first 2 came just 12 days after Jenkins' early release from prison, the next 2 over the following week. In late August, police were able to locate Jenkins and take him back into custody less than 1 month after being released.
Shots fired, 168 in Fort Street, 168 in Fort, Jeff.
In September, Jenkins was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and was sent back to prison without bail. In October, prosecutors announced their plans to seek the death penalty. Just 1 week later, Jenkins remained silent when asked how he would plead to the charges, forcing the judge to enter a plea of not guilty. The following month, Jenkins' actions led authorities to question his mental health. He was sent to several different psychiatrists for mental testing.
Yeah, he's insane. He's a psychopath. He's both. You could be both. You can be insane and a psychopath. He's in irons and locked up. He's in Mod 20. Nobody goes near him.
After the psychological testing, Jenkins was deemed as content to stand trial. Earlier this month, Jenkins acted as his own attorney before being found guilty of all 4 murder counts. Which brings us to today's chapter, where Jenkins has lawyered up in hopes of avoiding the death penalty. The date for Jenkins' trial has not yet been set.
So Kelly, when are they hoping to set the trial date?
There's no date yet, but they are hoping to get a date out within the next couple weeks.
So if he's not in trial right now, what is Nico Jenkins' current status?
He is right now in a Douglas County jail being held without bail, but there is reports that he may be moving to the Lincoln Correctional Facility here in Lincoln.
All right, thanks, Kelly.
Well, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, at least here in America. According to a New York Times report, Canada jumped the United States in the middle-class income rankings this year. While the wealthiest tier of Americans are still doing extremely well, that does knock off the U.S. middle class from the top down to second. And this may only be the beginning now, as the UK also gained about 20% on America this year as well. And on the financial front, it was a big-time quarter for Comcast. The cable TV giant saw its revenue jump nearly 14% from last year, and they reported $16.4 billion in earnings. The Sochi Olympics, though, no doubt had a good part in that, as they brought in $1.1 billion for the Comcast-owned NBC network.
And for all you binge watchers out there, Netflix is about to get more expensive. Today, the company said they're planning on raising the prices $1 to $2 over the next per month for new customers. Netflix is currently $7.99 a month for unlimited streaming, but if you're already one of the 48.4 members, don't worry, the price changes won't affect you for another year or 2. And as you may have heard, today is Earth Day. The national holiday was founded 44 years ago to raise awareness of environmental issues like climate change, and this year's theme is Green Cities. Apple is one of the companies participating, and they're offering to recycle all of their products and promising to power all of their stores and offices with renewable energy.
Wait, hold on, Lindsay. Didn't Lincoln already celebrate Earth Day a couple weeks ago?
Yes, Lincoln celebrated a little bit early this year on April 12th, trying to get the community outside and thinking about the environment.
Well, today would be a good day to be outside and think about the environment and maybe enjoy the weather, because you and I were out there earlier today. It was beautiful.
Yes, it was gorgeous. Let's go to the Chief Meteorologist, Amber Michael, with a look at the rest of the week.
Here's what's happening outside right now. This is Star City News weather.
Like you said, Lindsay, it was a gorgeous day out today, and that is because a high pressure sitting off in the Midwest was here for the remainder, or for most of the day, and that is moving off to the east, and you will see the system off to the northwest, and that will be making its way into the area throughout the next few hours. Now, as we look at our almanac, we see 72 is our high today, a few degrees warmer than the normal high for this time of year, and 38 for our low, a few degrees cooler than our normal low for this time of year. Now, as we look at our current temperatures, again, 72 here in Lincoln, 71 in Columbus, a little bit cooler to the northeast with 67 in Omaha, and warmer to the northwest with 77 in Valentine. This evening, 68 degrees as we make our way home this evening. More clouds moving into the area with a southeast wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. As we go into the overnight hours, 48 degrees for our low to overnight tonight, increasing clouds as well. 20% chance of some thunderstorms overnight tonight, and the southeast wind increasing from 15 to 20 miles per hour. Going into tomorrow, 59 by 10 a.m. Rain chances throughout the day tomorrow, increasing to 40% chance by 1 p.m., 71 by 1 p.m., and then 75 for our high tomorrow. Rain chances again increasing by up to 70% throughout until 7 p.m. tomorrow. Winds do increase, so it will be quite a windy day as well. So we are in a slight risk, so that means increased risk for hail as well as wind, so we will keep an eye on that and stay updated throughout tomorrow. Now, our three-day forecast, 75 again for Wednesday, 70% chance of some thunderstorms throughout mainly the evening area, or throughout mainly the evening hours, and then 70 for both Thursday and Friday. Now, as we go into the rest of the week, 61 on Saturday, rain chances throughout the rest of the week, and that will help with our moisture and increase moisture for the soil, and that will be good for our time. So although gloomy, 56 on Sunday, 51 on Monday, it will increase the chances for rain, and that will help with the moisture that we do need.
Well, Amber, we're going to get some rain tomorrow maybe, and you even said hail. I mean, so today is probably my last day if I want to get outside for a while to really do that.
Yep, so it'll be dry for the next few hours, so if you are going to do anything, and the next few hours are quite good, and then will be a little bit of a gloomy day tomorrow.
Yeesh, couple hours.
Well, no snow, though. I'm happy to see that.
I know, me as well. Spring is definitely here.
Well, coming up next, find out what act is coming to the Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Well, that and more with Andrew Ward coming up next in entertainment. It's after the break.
Question number 1. What are Katie's parents' names? Emily.
Keith and Mary.
That is right.
Nebraska Student Union, a place where students can relax, study, and hang out. They also have a wide variety of food places to choose from, such as Runza, Subway, and even pizza. The Nebraska Student Union, a place for everyone to come and enjoy.
He finds books without even looking at a catalog. He borrows study materials from other libraries. Sometimes the library lends him a laptop just 'cause they like his face. He is the most successful student in the library.
I don't always study, but when I do it at Love Library.
Love Library, where successful students study.
Seek knowledge, my friends.
Did you know texting while driving increases your risk of an accident by 23%? There are 1.6 million accidents per year due to texting and driving. In fact, nearly 25% of all car accidents are due to texting and driving. According to the Institute for Highway Safety, texting while driving claims 11 teens every day and 6,000 lives of all ages each year. So the next time you get into your car, turn off your cell phone. Don't text and drive. It can't wait.
And now for the latest in entertainment on the Star City News Network.
How's it going, Lincoln? I'm Andrew Ward, giving you the latest in entertainment. And we're going to start things off because a legend is coming into Lincoln this weekend. It's Paul McCartney. He's making his second appearance in Nebraska because the first time he was there, he was at Omaha, the Century Link Center in Omaha, and that was in 2005. And the tickets for this are on sale April 28th. And now have you ever taken a quiz about yourself? Well, that's what Katy Perry had to do on Jimmy Kimmel last night, and she lost. One of her adoring fans ended up knowing more about Katy Perry than Katy Perry. Take a look.
Number 2, Katy wrote 2 songs for which American Idol? Emily again.
Kelly Clarkson.
That is right, Kelly Clarkson. Katy, what was the first feature film to have a Katy Perry song on the soundtrack?
Oh, I got it.
Katy.
Traveling Hood of the Sister Pants.
What?
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Well, I'm going to give that to you, even though it's not traveling.
Well, not all news can be that happy. Actress Lindsey Lohan announced Sunday that she had a miscarriage while filming her reality show Lindsey on the Oprah's TV network. She explained that she missed some time filming because of the miscarriage. She was 2 weeks pregnant at the time. Okay, back to some happy news now. Do you have the guts to ask Miss USA to prom in front of your entire school? Well, that's what 18-year-old Patrick Favre did during a question-answer session with Miss USA winner Nina Davulari at his Pennsylvania high school. Check it out. And get this, he was suspended 3 days for doing that. Social media blew up after that news as the hashtag #SavePatty trended on Twitter. Miss USA herself released a statement supporting the high school senior. That's all I got. For Star City Entertainment, I'm Andrew Ward. Let's roll it on back to the anchor desk.
Thanks, Andrew. More entertainment news now. You'll never guess what turns 25 today. The Game Boy.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. 25 years? Wow. Let's go out now to Larry Brown. He's got a story in front of the game room with more. Wow, man.
Before you could play games on your iPhone or Android or even play a PlayStation Portable, you had this guy right here. The Nintendo Game Boy celebrates 25 years and it has withstood the test of time. From black and white to full-on color.
Introducing Game Boy.
The Nintendo Game Boy has been around the video game block. Released in August of 1989 and sporting a button design similar to its parent, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Game Boy put handheld gaming on the map. I spoke to Chad Skiles, manager of the Game Room on O Street, and he said that Game Boy pushed the envelope.
I think that it revolutionized handheld gaming. I think that when the Game Boy first came out, I was just a kid at the time, so it was a situation where, I had a Nintendo and then all of a sudden now I can take a Game Boy with me, I can go travel.
Nintendo didn't go without competition though. Its chief rival, Sega, released a handheld gaming system, the Game Gear. Although it was full color and bigger, Stacy Gravning of Gamers on North 48 said it wasn't enough to lure the Game Boy faithful away.
Nintendo has always had the market really cornered on the handheld system. I mean, Sega tried it with the Game Gear, and that system was just pretty clunky. And I think that was part of the reason that one didn't last.
Larry Brown reporting for Star City News.
Thanks, Larry. And coming up next here, it's going to be sports. Husker Golf is in action today. Find out how they fared on the fairways.
Plus your social media report with Reed Kimler. But first, here's Brianna Foster.
Fun rides and fun times. Find out what's coming to campus. Also, an improv group will soon be taking the stage. More details coming up on UNews.
For the first time in the history of Cornhusker football, in a collective effort by the Bike Shop at the UNL Campus Recreation, Nebraska Athletics, and Bike UNL, there will be a bike valet available to those Husker fans that choose to try a more environmental mode of transportation to the game. Located in the Cook Pavilion, just 1 block away from Memorial Stadium, the bike valet will open 2 hours before game time. Save some gas, ride your bike to the game. Visit bike.unl.edu/bikevalet for more information.
time for sports on Star City News.
I'm Brian Colbert, bringing you today's sports news. The Nebraska men's golf team was seeking its first title since 2012 when the final round of the Oak Hill Intercollegiate Tournament started off this morning. The Huskers came up short to tournament host Notre Dame by only 4 strokes. Individually, the Huskers shine, having 4 of its golfers finish in the top 10. Congrats, Huskers. The first American man to win the Boston Marathon since 1983 crossed the finish line yesterday to conclude what has become a symbolic event in the U.S. 38-year-old Meb Kevlagi won the men's division, and 33-year-old Kenya Rita Jeptu won the women's division for the 2nd consecutive year. The atmosphere was powerful as most of the 36,000 runners were there, not for the competition, but to honor the people that were killed and wounded in last year's marathon. Before the race began, the announcer shouted, "Take that finish line back," and I believe that's what they did. Now let's head to the court as the first round of the 2014 NBA playoffs kicked off this weekend. 2 games were played last night, one close, one not so much. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the Memphis Grizzlies battled it out in the overtime. Kevin Durant put out an impressive 36 points, but it wasn't enough to beat the Grizzlies as they won 111 to 105. And the Los Angeles Clippers had their way with the Golden State Warriors. Blake Griffin was too much to handle, dropping 35 points and leading his team to victory 138 to 98. Both series are tied 1-1. And there's 3 more games tonight. The Atlanta Hawks try to go up 2 games against the Indiana Pacers. The Chicago Bulls try to come back from a rough loss at home against the Washington Wizards, and the Nets will try to bring 2 road wins home to Brooklyn when they face Toronto, the Toronto Raptors. The 2014 evening telecast for the Big Ten Network is out, and yes, Nebraska will continue to add to its primetime appearances. The Huskers will play host to Illinois on Saturday, September 27th, here in Lincoln for their first primetime game. The second will be October 18th at Northwestern. The announcement of the 2 Big Ten night games gives Nebraska 5 consecutive primetime games during the 2014 season, the longest stretch since 2006. And that's what's going down in the sports world. For Star City News, I'm Brian Colbert. Now let's kick it to Brianna Foster with the U News.
Get the latest campus info with U News.
I'm Brianna Foster with the latest campus news. A UNL organization is helping students commemorate Earth Day. The Horticulture Club is holding its biggest event of the year, the annual spring plant sale. Bedding plants, vegetables, herbs, and more will be for sale today and tomorrow on East Campus. An event tonight will feature quick thinking, acting, and lots of laughter. A campus group, the Lazzy Improv Troupe, is holding a comedy show in the Temple Building at 8. The group has been performing skits and shows here at UNL for more than a year. The recommended donation is $5. Another entertaining event will be tomorrow involving spoken word and snacks. Recognized student organization, the Unitarian Universalist of UNL, is hosting the Poetry Slam. It will be free, open to the public, and held in the Nebraska Union at 9 p.m. Spring classes are coming to an end, and on Sunday, carnival rides begin. Campus Nightlife is hosting the annual end-of-the-year bash on the Union Plaza and Green Space. From 7 to 11, the free event will also feature food and live performances. Now that you're connected on campus, feel free to explore. I'm Brianna Foster for Star City News. Reed Kilmer is next with social media.
A leopard takes over Twitter feed. Find out the new way to name your baby, and a child star gets a new gig in an interesting band. Find out more when social media comes up.
Thousands of people safely donate plasma every day. All it takes is a little time to save people with bleeding disorders, immune deficiencies, severe burns, trauma, and other conditions. Our highly trained staff follows strict safety guidelines when collecting your plasma to ensure your well-being and comfort. Plasma is the important source material used to make life-saving medicines, and it can only come from healthy adults. Save a life today. Donate plasma at Biomat, where we have pride for donors and passion for patients.
Stay connected with the latest social media here on Star City News.
Hey Star City, I'm Reed Kilmer, and social media is hectic right now. A video is popping up around the internet from India where villagers had to protect themselves from a leopard attack. The cat was found dead from knife wounds a few hours after this video was shot, but managed to hurt 11 people in the town. And over in America, people were running for a different reason. The 26.2-mile Boston Marathon reunited runners from all walks of life. The hashtag BostonStrong has been trending on Twitter with pictures of contestants from around the course. The winner, Meb Kevlagi, is the first American to win the race since 1983. And for parents picking up their upcoming baby's name, it can be as difficult as running a marathon. Instead, of coming up with their own, a Canadian couple turned to the internet for help. Internet users came up with names ranging from Megatron, Salad, and even Wacky Taco 692. Thankfully, the new parents settled on Amelia Savannah Joy McLaughlin for their baby girl's name. And in other odd news traveling around the internet, Macaulay Culkin isn't starring in a new film, but has started a new band. The group called Pizza Underground is said to be a tribute band to the 1960s Velvet Underground. Check out a clip of Culkin and Pizza Underground's music video. Although rumors have surfaced that Culkin is addicted to several drugs, his reps have denied any such activity. That's it for social media. I'm Reed Kilmer. Back to you, Lanny and Lindsey.
Thanks, Reed. Well, if you're a Little Franco or McLovin fan, you're in luck. The actors Dave Franco, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, and Jared Carmichael are in Lincoln. Today, the three went to a meet and greet at the downtown bar around 4 and did a Runza eating contest at 5 in the Union. If you miss them, you have one more chance to see them tonight at the Ross. They will be introducing a pre-screening of their upcoming movie Neighbors with Zac Efron. Here's a sneak peek from the film.
Just stop doing this stupid stuff!
Why are you dressing up like Robert De Niro?
Are you talking to me? I get what you're doing.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you, fucker.
Lindsey, we just missed him at the downtown and the Runza eating contest.
That would have been good.
That would have been awesome. Oh well, we'll just have to get back to the news. We've mentioned it a couple times today during the news, the Boston Marathon. But here's an angle a little closer to home for you. One of Lincoln's own finished 13th overall in the race. 34-year-old Pius and Wesleyan graduate Mike Morgan ran the race in 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 40 seconds. He was the 6th overall American to finish it. And that's going to do it for us here at Star City News. It's hard to believe it's our last newscast, Lindsey.
Yes, it's gone really fast. Well, if you have missed any of our shows, be sure to check them out on YouTube. For Star City News, one last time, I'm Lindsey Berning.
And I'm Lanny Holstein. Good night, Lincoln.